We have talked a lot about interest rates, real estate, and inflation. How do these 3 points affect the economy? Today I want to share with you how our economy works. Once you understand the basics, you will see why interest rate hikes are unaffordable and how it can affect our economy. This could be the most simple yet the most useful economic video you could watch the entire year. So if you find it useful, please don't forget to like, comment, and share this with your loved ones so they can take advantage too. At the end of this video, I'm going to share one unique factor that only applies to us in Canada. And this factor may mean that we have slower rate hikes compared to other countries. Let's start with an economy without credit, which means no borrowing is allowed. This will limit your spending habits by the amount of money you have. And the only way you can increase your spending is to increase your income, which means you'd have to be more productive and produce more work. Pretty straightforward, right? Now let's go with an economy with credit. In this economy, your productivity and your income can stay the same, yet you can increase your spending by borrowing more money. If everyone starts to spend more, the economic activity increases and we have expansion and growth. Expansion is a good thing, but we have a small problem here. The increase in spending is fueled by the credit, while productivity or work has not actually increased. The amount of goods and services will stay the same because we didn't produce more. Now people have more to spend, and there's more demand for the same amount of goods and services. What do you think will happen next? Price increase. That's inflation. Before we talk about how to control inflation, let's talk about the two biggest players in our economy. They are the government and the central bank. The government does two things: collect taxes and spend money. The central bank, on the other hand, controls the amount of money and the credit in the economy. They do that through two factors: controlling the interest rate and printing more money in order to stimulate the economy. If the central bank lowers the interest rates, people and businesses will borrow more because the cost of borrowing is cheap. Borrowing isn't necessarily a bad thing. Businesses can use the extra money to create more jobs and more products. Individuals can invest in themselves, upgrade their skill sets, and earn more income. The more income, the more valuable assets they become, and the stock market roars. That's how the central bank increases the economic growth. They simply lower the interest rates. Pretty simple, right? Here's where it gets a little challenging. What if we need to stimulate the economy, but the interest rate is pretty much at zero, and there's no way to lower the interest rate anymore? What can the central bank do in this case? That's exactly what happened in the Great Depression in 1930, the big recession in 2008, and the pandemic in 2020. Interest rates were already at rock bottom and they couldn't lower them any further to save the economy. So the only thing the central bank could do is print more money. Let's use 2020 as an example. When the pandemic hit, many businesses had to shut their doors and a lot of people lost their jobs. The government had to give out a lot of money to help people out, but it simply didn't have enough. So what did the central bank do? Print billions of dollars and lent that money to the government by selling them government bonds. The government then distributed that money to people and businesses in need, just like what we discussed earlier. Now, there's more money in the economy and people are able to spend more, but our actual productivity did not increase. So there's a lot more money chasing the same amount of goods and services, and that resulted in price hikes. In fact, we have a lot less goods to work with because of the supply chain issues. That's why we are seeing record high inflation rates. A continuous high inflation rate will cause a lot of problems in our society. The government has to step in and do something to control the inflation. That's why you're hearing about upcoming interest rate hikes. What happens when the central bank increases the interest rates? It's going to be more expensive for people and businesses to borrow money, and the cost of existing debts will also rise. Obviously, borrowing will be discouraged and spending habits will slow down. The central bank is in a very tough position. They need to raise interest rates to control inflation, but if they overdo it and people and businesses cut back too much on spending, we will go into recession. Obviously, recession is the last thing we want to see, and we are still recovering from the pandemic. So the central bank would have to find a balance. an interest rate that controls the inflation but won't kill our economy at the same time. Obviously, there's more to the economy than just this, but hopefully this simplified model gives you an understanding between the relation of printing money, inflation, and interest rates. Countries around the world must be facing the same challenges, as they must have printed billions and trillions of dollars to help their community as well. But there's one thing that makes Canada unique and puts us at a better position. Immigration. Previously, Canada announced a very aggressive immigration plan from 2021 to 2023 of 400,000 immigrants per year. The target for 2021 was 401,000. Guess what we ended up achieving? 401,000. 100% on target. Now, how can we achieve that with the borders closed? Here's the secret. 70% of those immigrants were already living in Canada. It was simply a status change. From temporary residents to permanent residents. Typically, when immigrants come to Canada, they need time to settle in and get used to the Canadian culture. While local immigrants are already used to the culture, have the training and experience, so they're able to contribute to the Canadian labor force immediately. They definitely help the labor shortage in Canada, and that's why the minimum wage inflation does not increase as rapidly as it is in the United States. Besides, our economy is now more productive because we have a bigger workforce producing more. Remember, inflation happens when we have more money chasing the same amount of goods and services. But now we have a bigger workforce producing more goods and services, which will help keep the inflation rates low. We might see lower interest rate hikes in Canada relatively to the US because most of our immigrants were already living in Canada. They won't add as much pressure to the tight housing supply. But the status change to permanent residents may increase the need for home ownership. That might increase the competition in the already hot resale market. The current target for immigrants in 2022 is 411,000. The government is talking about increasing that target. I will keep you posted as we hear from the government on this topic. Immigration is a huge factor that will affect our housing market and overall economy. If you like this kind of a video where I share the overall bigger picture of the economy, please like, comment, and share your thoughts so we can keep ourselves informed in this current situation. Also, we do run a real estate team here in the Greater Toronto area, selling over $25 million in real estate sales every year. If you would like to chat about a seller consultation, buyer consultation, or simply just chat about real estate, feel free to click the link below and set up a call with me directly. Remember, we provide results that move you.